Hello, students. Today we are going to start Chapter 1 on Equality. The topic which we are going to start today is Struggles for Equality. In spite of the fact that the Indian Constitution advocates a right to equality for every citizen of India, in the Constitution it is written that right to equality is there for every citizen of India. Indian society is grossly unequal. How? Because early we have learned about the conditions of many people, how they are treated unequally, like Rama Devi and his master Ramesh Ahuja. Because of their caste, religion, poverty, lack of resources, and gender, they are treated unequally. To refresh our memory, the Indian Constitution recognizes all Indians as equal before the law. No person can be discriminated against because his or her religion, caste, creed, place of birth, or gender. All Indian adults have the equal right to vote during the elections. Every citizen whose age is above 18 years or 18 years, he or she is having right to vote. Increasing privatization in all walks of life means private sector is there in all walks of life. Work has resulted in creating a wide gap between the rich and the poor. It is very difficult for the poor to survive with inequalities and discrimination they have to put up with. Poverty, Tukey, and non availability of resources are the two reasons for the people facing inequality in India. Poverty and non availability of resources are the two key reasons for the people who are facing inequality in India. So people are discriminated on the basis of their religion, caste, gender. People are treated unequally in India because of this. Another reason why people are treated unequally is the discrimination. Okay, actually, all the ideals or the principles that the Indian Constitution stand ups is violated. The reasons the inequality are because of poverty, because of religion, caste, gender. The rights are these not then rights according to the all Indian Constitution of India? I would like to ask why people like Om Prakash Valmiki and Qureshi being denied their rights? Why is some person paid less if they are working on the field? If she is a lady, why that poor woman is not paid equal to men? Why a housewife work considered less valuable than a man work? Why this discrimination is against the girls or the women in the country? Much has done by the government to improve the condition of the women in means equality, to bring equality in all sectors of the life. So if I talk about that, some people stand in the crowd efforts in restoring and working for equality and justice in society. They are respected and followed by millions of people. These people may stood up against an act of discrimination that are faced or witnessed by many people. When Gandhi ji went to South Africa, he was treated badly. Nelson Mandela did a lot of struggle against apartheid system, the policy of racial discrimination in South Africa. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he himself was a Dalit boy, faced discrimination throughout his life. He had to fight for equality and justice. So the struggles for equality goes on and people forms groups to raise the issues of equality. Like some organizations have been made of agricultural laborers, some dwellers, BD workers, fish folk, women movements. These groups work together to fight for justice, and these are the cooperatives through which the members gain control over the resources and marketing as well. So the people, they have gained control over resources and marketing through making the groups or organizing them into an organization. So when development programs are executed in hilly and forest areas, they bring them misfortune for the poor residents of those areas, because thousands of people are uprooted from their homes where they have lived for centuries. The poor people have thrown out of their homes. Hundreds of villages are submerged in the reservoirs. What is reservoirs? Reservoirs are where your ponds, lakes were there. Okay, so what is happening in the country? They are saying, if I talk about the hilly areas, the forest areas, from there the people who are already living over there, they are thrown out of their particular houses. Why? Because they want to build the rich people house over there. Hundreds of villages are submerged under the reservoirs. Reservoir means a large natural artificial lake or pond that is being made for water supply. The flora and fauna of locality totally destroyed it is when the dams are built. People's livelihood lost when forest area are declared sanctuaries, they are being cleared, and national parks. When people's livelihood are lost when an area is being declared that this is the national park or a wildlife sanctuary. People who are living in those areas, they are forced to leave their houses, move to the new areas, again to rebuild their home. So poor people have to relocate themselves, okay, to those areas who are unknown to them. They will do in those areas? This happens in urban areas as well. The people who are living in bastis, slums, they have to give away for new colonies near railway tracks, roads, and bridges. The poor have to find new schools for their children. They have to look for the jobs. They have to build new houses, adapt themselves to an unfriendly environment. They are forced into this. So there is a story of Tava Matsya Sangh. In order to fight the problem of displacement, people come together and they form an organization for their rights. One such organization is the Tava Matsya Sangh, which fought for the rights of the displaced forest dwellers in the region of Satpura forests in Madhya Pradesh. What happened in the Satpura forest of Madhya Pradesh? The people were displaced. They were thrown out of their houses because that was a forest area. They are clearing them. So the Tava river flows through Betul after originating in Mahadev Hills. This river joins the Narmada in Hoshangabad. So the Tava Dam was completed in 1978. It took 20 years to build. When the dam was built, it displaced many people who later settled there around the reservoir. So dam, it means completely destroyed or displaced many people houses. They had no means of livelihood apart, they can do only fishing. So some had very small patch of land for farming. In 1994, the government auctioned the fishing rights also in the Tava reservoir to private contractors. So the local fishermen, this was the livelihood only, fishing. They were driven away by the contractors. Contractors were bringing the cheap labor from outside. They were giving no jobs to the people who are living there. No means of livelihood was there for them. The contractors turned to unfair tricks and threatened those who did not wish to leave the houses. The fishermen were left high and dry without any means of livelihood. Every right there, it was taken away by the contractor. They were beaten, humiliated by the contractors and their people. So the displaced people, they decided that enough is enough. Okay, they have first, the dam was built, they took our homes, we moved to a new place, we found a new job fishing. Now the contractors came, they are taking our jobs also. Now enough is enough. We have been beaten, we have been humiliated. Now it's time to fight for our rights. They formed the TMS, Tava Matsya Sangh. They organized huge rallies. They organized the Chakka Jam, a road blockade, in retaliation, and demanded their right to continue fishing in the waters of the reservoir. This made the government consider their rights, and it formed a committee to look the whole affair. The committee found that the gross injustice was done to the local fishermen. The government decided to give all the fishing rights to the people who were earlier doing fishing in those areas because they had no other source of income. A 5-year lease agreement was signed. For 5 years, the land is of them for doing the fishing. After every five years, the lease agreement is being signed. Fishing rights were given to the people. They went to further step. They started cooperating, looking into their interest. The cooperative increased its income 3 times. The fishermen's income were increased 3 times. So, creative people express themselves differently and inequality and justice. The stories were penned down poems, songs, poetries, novel of social discrimination, inequality, injustice, exploitation of the downtrodden people who were treated badly. Artists too have the very bad means very active in fighting inequality. Some people they really inspire us. They give us confidence that we should also struggle against the bad system which is going on. So, street theaters, we call it Nukkad Natika, they also arose people against the such issues. A dam is built across a river at sites where one dam collects a lot of water. This generally happens in hilly and forest areas. A dam on a river serves for multi-purpose. It generates hydroelectricity, controls flood, helps in irrigation, fishing, etc. The reservoir that is being formed, the water that collects submerged areas of land. Hundreds of thousands of villages, acres of lands are submerged under this water. Thousands of people they have to rehabilitate to a new area. Homes and hearts are broken of the people because they develop an emotional bondage with their area because their forefathers, their great great grandfathers have left them those areas for centuries. When Tehri Dam was built in Uttarakhand, the old Tehri town and around 100 villages were submerged fully and partially. Nearly 1 lakh people were displaced. They were told to move out their houses. The Indian Constitution as a living document. The basic concept of all struggles and movement is the fact that all the people are equal. It is very truth that is repeated in Indian Constitution. In our Constitution, it guarantees the right to equality to all the people. Many leaders and reformers who are doing work for the society came forward to propagate means to spread the idea of true democracy by fighting for the rights of destitute. Destitute means who are not giving their rights. The people who are not giving their rights. Okay, who are denied of their rights. So to those people and the downtrodden who are treated badly. Okay, so those people who need something, okay, they were not giving earlier, and to those people who are treated badly, they fight for the rights of the poor who are weak. They fight for the justice to be awarded to all the victimized citizens who are victimized by the rich and the powerful people. So everybody should be treated equally. In 2001, over 1,500 persons they attended a public hearing in Lucknow. The aim was to protest violence against women. A group of eminent women played the role of judges and they heard 15 cases of violence against women. The jury highlighted the point that the legal framework was not stringent. It was not strict enough to check the violence against women. Recently, a law has been passed by the government protecting women against domestic violence. That nobody should beat the women in around their homes, in their homes. Sometimes the women are beaten by their sister-in-law, or they are beaten by their husbands, by their mother-in-law. So these domestic violence came to an end when the government passed the laws. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.